Welcome to the Information Broker, and in today's video I'm going to give you tips on how to integrate subtle game into your interaction with women, and how powerful it is. And by subtle game I mean applying, it's kind of like a dark triad subtle, like for example, when you're talking to a girl and you're gaming her, and you get her triggered and you get her interested, and she's like all over you. She wants to talk to you. She wants your attention. You're talking about interesting topics and you trigger her mind, and she has like 10 different things she wants to talk about. You kind of pull back a little bit, when she's like, so when she's already interested and like very attracted to you and she wants to talk to you, you kind of pull back just a little bit subtly, and you make her work for your affection, and this is something that I've kind of done intrinsically, but you can try it out and test it out. So when you're talking to a girl and then you trigger something that's interesting, and now she's like all excited and she actually wants to talk to you, just kind of pull back just a little bit and make her win affection for you. So like when she's like when you're talking to her, you trigger a certain emotion within her, and she's like trying to vie for your attention. You kind of pull back a little bit, and when you do this, it'll make her want you more, because you're playing the hot and cold. So like when you catch her, when you have her on the hook and she's like excited to talk to you, you pull back, or you kind of like distance yourself from the conversation, and you think, and women will pick up like that you're distancing yourself, and she'll try harder to get to you. Another technique that I would recommend is, this is a subtle technique that you can use. So this is with Kino. When you're, let's say like you're touching her and she's like excited and she loves you, and then she's like really into it, and then just suddenly drop her, like a drop of head, and stop, and she'll be like, what the hell is going on? And she'll be like, what's wrong? And then she'll try harder to win your affection back, and she'll touch you, and if she doesn't, she's like mentally thinking in her head, if things are going well, she's like, what the fuck happened? Why do you stop? And then she'll try like 10 times harder to kind of revive what she lost, because in psychology I think it's called the anchoring bias, where where if we have something and it existed in the beginning, and we thought, okay, well, this is the standard, and we lose it, or risk aversion, that's it. Like, we're afraid of losing what we already have. So rather than losing what we could have had, we're more afraid of losing what we already have. And if that was the default like interaction, things were going well, and she was like liking it, if you can pull back just a little bit subtly, she'll try 10 times harder to win that affection back, and it'll make her invested emotionally in you more. And I mean, it's a very powerful technique that makes her more interested, and it kind of stabilizes the relationship. So even after you kind of depart from that situation and you like part ways, let's say you get her number, she'll be so much more excited to see you, because she had to invest, she had to try to win you back at that time, and she'll respond like that, and usually things will go well after that. But that's one technique that you can use, a very subtle game technique that you can use that can enhance your success with women exponentially. But that's gonna be it for today. Please press the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.